One of the most famous questions that's raised with regard to the mitzvah of Zechira the is how is it different than the mitzvah that applies the whole year round to remember Yetzias Mitzrayim Zechira? And we could focus on three different dimensions that accentuate the difference between the two. Number one, Zechira of Yetzias Mitzrayim means remembering, and that's an obligation the whole year round. But on this night, as the Rambam opens up his discussion with the word Sippur, it's a matter of telling. Zechira you could fulfill in your mind by thinking and remembering, but that's not Sippur. Sippur means prepare, you speak, you convey the message to others. And the Rambam writes that even an event that you cannot teach your son and be mesaper to him, be mesaper to your wife, and even if you're alone, you be mesaper to yourself. It's got to be derech she'ela u'tshuva. It's an educational experience. The idea is to look deeper and deeper into the background, the causes. And that's why the second difference is so important. Maschil b'gnus u'mesayim b'shvach. You're telling a story. Tell the story that goes back to gnus, whether it's the spiritual gnus of our forefather Terach, so to speak, or it's the gnus of Avodah Mayinu, of the slavery of Mitzrayim. But that's what pulls in the people, the audience, to excite them about the story. You don't just start with the end of the story, you start as early as you can, and the contrast between gnus and shvach, that's what really has an impact on the people who are listening. And that's why Bavur Zeh, B'shosh Yesh Matzu Mor, we demonstrate the Sippur with physical, effects. We explain the actions that we're doing tonight and relate them to the Sippur, to the story. But the third element, I think, perhaps is even most important and most challenging. The Torah repeats this mitzvah of Leil Pesach no less than 4 times, and Chazal derive from that Keneged Arba Bonim Dibra Torah. And each one of these sons is different. When you raise a family, you'll notice always that each child has his own or her own personality. And the idea of Sippur at the highest level is that the Sippur should be tailor-made to fit every single individual personality. There are those who might appreciate more of an intellectual approach. There are those who might want something more emotional. And if you look at your children and your grandchildren, you'll see how different one is from the other. And so the rule is, as Shlomo Melech taught us, Chanoch lenar al pi darko. He wrote on that on this night of Pesach, which is fast and approaching, we can be Makayim the mitzvah Vigadata, with a Sippur, tell a story with a background, with side effects, with excitement, and most important, it should be made especially for our children, each one individual. This should be our hope and our aspiration for the mitzvah this year of Zechira the Whole. Ken Yiratzon Amen. Shabbat Hagadol. Shalom.